Told you, Brian, I'm not interested.
But it's a good investment.
I don't want to live on a boat. If I'm moving anywhere, I'm getting into a flat with a couple of nurses. Next third girl wanted, that'll be me.
The police patrol the streets at night, keeping your sort away from nurses.
Well, go on your own. I'm not stopping you.
Oh, think of the money you'll save.
I don't want to save money. I want to enjoy spending it.
Well, that's typical of you, isn't it, Steve? You've never had any sense of responsibility. You're always leaving things to me.
Yeah, well, you're in love with doing the proper thing now, aren't you? Developing your moral fibre and expanding your obligations. Responsibility's a drug to you, the opium of the elderly at heart.
Oh, it's easy for you to say that. You haven't had a younger brother hanging round your neck half your life, dragging along behind you like the ancient mariner's albatross. You know, I never asked to look after you.
I don't want you to look after me.
Oh, look, Steve. Look, Steve, a boat's a good investment. Just think of the future.
I don't want to think of the future. If I think of the future at my age, I won't have a past to look back on, will I?
Be missing out on a great opportunity.
I don't care. I don't want an opportunity, I don't want to save money, and I don't want to live on a boat. I just want to get me washing done, find a flat with a couple of nurses, and dedicate me thermometer to the services of others.
At least read the advertisement.
No, thanks.
You won't have to put in more than 200 quid.
200 quid? That's all my holiday money. You're not having me holiday money, I worked hard for that.
You worked hard for it. Self-employed, non-qualified freelance plumbing. It's not work. It's more along the lines of petty crime.
Oh, get off.
Hey, look, Sonia says she's interested.
Oh, now you are putting me off.
Hey, she's got 30 quid to put in.
What's she do to get that raffle of leg warmers?
No, seriously. She reckons we could get quite a little industry going on a boat. She's pretty creative, you know.
Oh, yeah. If you call painting the lids of old tobacco tins creative, I suppose she is.
You've never liked Sonia, have you?
Well, you're chasing women, Brian. You ought to be living in a Brazilian jungle with a bone through your head and a soup plate in your bottom lip.
Sonia's a cut above the girls you go out with.
I've been out with educated girls. Look at that one from LSE. She'd had nervous breakdowns.
Oh, the inability to cope with life is a sign of higher intelligence, is it?
Listen, mate, she took me round her parents' house. They had blue water in the toilet.
Got to admit it, Steve, you really move in intellectual circles. You know, the only thing you've got in common with students is that for 3/4 of the year you live off government money.
See ya.
Oh, never. To an educated girl, you're like a chimp to a zoologist. She's probably got a chart somewhere, plotting how far each socio-economic group gets a hand up her thigh. You'd be there, lowest class, highest tide mark. Biticus ruficus, the well-known bit of rough. You know, Steve, you'd be much better off with a steady girl.
Oh, it's not monotonous regularity that's the spice of life.
I get plenty of variety.
What, every now and then you get to wear Sonia's leg warmers, do you?
Now, look, Steve, if you don't want to come in on this boat with me, I know plenty of people who will. It's no skin off my nose. I'm just giving you first refusal because you're my brother. Now, I just want a straight yes or no. What do you say?
No.
Look at it another way.
Hello, Brian.
Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
I've been sitting here thinking about it, Brian, you know, and I think it's really wonderful. Don't you think? It's really incredible, you know, about the boat and everything. It just... I'm so... It just totally freaks me out, you know? It's just mind-blowing, really. Don't you think?
Steve says he isn't interested.
Oh, I see. Well, why not?
I don't have to give you reasons, do I?
I don't know how you can be so selfish after all Brian's done for you.
What's Brian ever done for me?
I would have thought that was fairly obvious. I practically brought you up.
Yeah, you stunted me development.
Brian's a very protective person, especially towards you.
The Mafia are very protective. What does that prove?
You're just like my little sister. You've no idea what it's like to be first in a family.
Yeah, it was no great shakes being last either.
Well, I'll tell you, Steve. Getting a younger brother is like waking up one morning and finding you've acquired an additional set of buttocks. To then, to peace, quiet and sitting comfortably.
Oh, that's lovely. Now I'm a spare bone. Why isn't so popular with you all? Why don't you go and live on this boat on your own then, eh?
Well?
Or is youth to be tolerated for its purchasing power? Yeah.
No, it's not a question of money. It's a question of manpower. And woman power. Needed for us to become self-sufficient. Anyway, you told me you like the water.
I like beer. Let's go and live in a brewery.
Don't waste your time.
No, look. Can I be honest with you?
If we can't be honest with each other, Steve, life will be dishonest with us all.
Yeah. Look, 3 men in a boat's one thing, but you, Sonia and me, that's 1 man, 1 woman and a gooseberry. I can anticipate a lot of embarrassed coughing from the gooseberry in the middle of the night.
Brian and I aren't hung up on physical relationships, are we, Brian?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, well, never mind about that. The thing is, Steve, I mean, we could make this boat pay for itself. I mean, those narrowboats, there's a lot of space. We could live on it. We could take trips up the canal. We could even turn it into a restaurant with a horse pulling it along.
Oh, very picturesque.
And I can make things.
Make things like what?
All sorts of things, anything you can think of.
Can't think of anything.
Well, Sonia means the sorts of things you might find in a craft shop.
What, cast iron stoves?
No, the sorts of things that people coming aboard would want to buy.
There's not a lot of point in making things they wouldn't want to buy, is there?
You know very well what we mean. We mean the sorts of things they want to buy and take home with them.
Little things, Steve, that's what we mean. Little things.
Yeah, but what little things?
Nice little things.
Yeah, but what nice little things?
Really nice little things. With flowers on and traditional designs. Narrowboat people do that. It's part of their law, you see. They're the gypsies of the waterways. If they had a bucket or a kettle, well, they'd just paint it.
I don't know about you two. I mean, I'm the one who's supposed to be irresponsible, but look at the way you're carrying on. You're going to convert a narrowboat into a floating cottage, come craft shop, come horse-drawn orgy bar, and when you got a free moment, you're going to make a bit of pin money painting buckets.
You have to sneer at everything, don't you, Steve? You have to drag it all down till it's on a par with you. 500 feet below sanity level.
Oh, I'm going to get a drink.
Oh, here, I'll get you one.
I'm quite capable of going to the bar, you know? Do you mind?
Think I'll go back to bed sit then.
Suit yourself.
See you later on. You, playing pool tomorrow?
Dunno. I might not bother tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Bri. You can't expect me to do what you want to do all the time.
I don't expect anything of you, Steve. I don't expect anything at all. You can do what you like.
Look, I know we're brothers, but we're individuals. I mean, the times when we went everywhere together, they're gone now, aren't they? You said so yourself.
Right, fine. So go on and go. No one's stopping you. Just go on and go. I don't care.
Oh, all right. You make me sick, Brian. Do you know that? The times. I mean, the times when you were choking on that chewing gum. I was the only one in the whole school who'd stick his fingers down your throat.
Oh, yes. And thanks to you, I was sick for a fortnight.
Oh, that was funny, eh?
Oh, I'll never forget it.
Of course, the boat. Well, I do know I'm to look.
Oh, no, really. I'm really not bothered.
No, but do know I'm to look, though, eh?
Well, as I say, I'm not bothered. Mind you, if you're keen.
Well, I've always been interested in boats.
First thing tomorrow, eh?
Right. Where is it? Camden Lock?
No, it's a bit further than that.
Richmond?
Not exactly.
Where is it, then?
Bristol.
When are you going to get yourself a decent car, Brian?
I've got a decent car.
Well, why don't we use it, then, instead of driving around in this one?
You know, sometimes your sense of humour completely underwhelms me.
It's a pity Sonia couldn't come.
She's coming down on the train tonight. We're meeting her at 7, I told you.
No. I mean, pity she couldn't come along in the car.
Oh.
I mean, not having an old raincoat or anything should be something for you to lie on when we break down.
Now, look, Steve!
Right hand on the wheel, Brian.
I've told you we're not going to break down. Let's ask this bloke if he knows what a Cumberland Basin is. He looks local.
Don't know about local, he looks mental. Excuse me.
Eh?
We're just right for the Cumberland Basin, please.
What is that then?
We want to go there.
We? Oh, well, me lover, your best ideal is to stay straight as he be, see? And then go left, right, and then left again, and then right, and then over that roundabout, and cross them there lights there, and then about 2 mile down the road, is come to a yard full of whores. See, you can't miss it, and 'tis up beside. Right? Up here.
Well, what did he say?
Got skin on the bottom of his feet coming off.
Honestly, Steve, you're worse than useless.
Well, all I can do is misunderstand people. I can't force them to take elocution lessons.
Here, have a look at this.
Head for a high promontory or a panoramic viewpoint.
Steve, if you can't help, just give it a rest.
Don't get upset about it.
It can be a strain driving long distance, especially with you as a passenger.
The only vehicles you overtake are stationary ones.
I mean, what did I do to deserve you as a brother?
Yeah. If it hadn't been for me, you could have been the both of us, all on your own.
Siamese half-wit. Have you got 10 pence for the toll?
10 pence to drive across a bridge when you can jump off it for nothing. Quite impressive, though. Who built it?
Isambard Kingdom, Brunel.
If he's got any more work on, he might need a couple of blokes.
He's dead, you stupid pillock.
Ah!
What?
Seen the docks, left at the next big rivet.
If we decide to buy it, I'll do the talking, all right?
Sure, if you like.
I'll handle the negotiations, OK?
Yeah, OK.
Just so we don't pay over the odds. You see, Steve, you've got to be prepared to haggle. I mean, when you're buying an old boat, it's like...
Buying a used camel from a second-hand Arab.
Just let me do the talking.
All right, I'm not arguing. Do the talking.
I'll have a look inside, and when I come out, if I'm scratching my ear, it means we've got a bargain.
And if you come out scratching anything else, you've been mistaken by nits for a housing scheme.
I'll handle the financial side, that's all.
Why is it, Brian, that everything you do takes on the dimensions of an international incident with repercussions everywhere?
What do you mean?
Whereas if I do something, the very fact that it's me who's doing it endows it with an air of window-shattering triviality as far as you're concerned.
That's not true.
You never take me seriously.
Rubbish!
If I was to drop a nuclear bomb on London, you'd only say it's nothing to worry about. It's only Steve prattling around again.
You do the talking.
Me? I wouldn't know what to say. Wait for me, Brian.
Said it would be parked under a steam crane. I wonder if that's a steam crane. You really create a bad impression, don't you? Do you have to wear that leather jacket? It makes you look like a yob.
Costs more than your jacket.
Makes you look like you go around kicking in telephone boxes.
If people are so stupid as to think that wearing a leather jacket makes you a yob, then perhaps they deserve a kick in the telephone box.
Hey, there's the sign.
What did the owner sound like on the phone?
Seemed like a really honest sort of bloke.
Hello, lads. What can I do for you? Don't you want to look inside before you make up your mind?
I've made up my mind just looking at the outside.
Oh, yes. She's a good boat. I shall be sorry to see her go.
Not to mention astounded and grateful.
Well, what do you think on her then?
Needs a bit of work, mind you.
Well, two young lads like you'll have it done in no time. There's nothing serious wrong with her.
Nothing serious. You've only got to look at it. I mean, look at the state of those scuppers.
Scuppers?
Yeah, a bit low in the water for scuppers, aren't they?
She ain't got no scuppers.
No, well, what I meant was...
Steve, why don't you go for a walk for a minute?
Well, what about Sonia? She'll have to see it. She won't want you scrambling up her nest egg.
Sonia has faith in my judgment.
Well, that's an error of judgment in itself.
Thank you very much, Steve. You are a happy, carefree little ragamuffin, aren't you? Now go away and ventilate yourself.
Don't buy it, Brian.
Now, I know how much your price was in your advertisement, but how much you really looking for?
How much you prepared to offer, my lover?
Well, if you would be prepared to indicate how much you are willing to accept, then I could make you an offer in the region of what you were looking for.
Well, if you was to make me an offer, and it was in the region of what I was looking for, I could indicate my willingness by accepting it.
How much do you want?
How much you got?
How about...
No, that's not worth my while.
Hang on.
I have heard it said, Brian, that you can always judge the quality of the merchandise and the integrity of the salesman by the speed at which the latter retreats from the former once he's got his wallet around your money.
Let's have a look inside. Come on.
Coming down the ladder.
Hey, come on, Steve. You really like it once you get inside.
Will I echo's line? Oh, flipping heck, Brian, what you bought? It's a floating slum. It's a blot on the waterscape. Oh, look at it.
Hey, he said it used to be a fireboat on the Birmingham Canal.
Sure he didn't mean a septic tank on a sewage farm? Oh, look at it, Brian. It's going down for the third time. On the walls. Someone's been over them with a tin of non-drip filth.
Oh, well, that's nothing. I mean, a coat of paint be all right.
Coat of paint? Means the full gloss change of underwear. Oh, Brian.
No, I can really see us on here, you know.
Contracting tuberculosis.
These things are just cosmetic, Steve. They're superficial. I mean, structurally, it's as sound as a bell. It's got character, too. There's an air about it.
Oh, it's a wonderful fragrance. What is it? Oh, yes, Unemptied Chamber Bot by Chanel. Hey, there's something growing down the back here.
What is it?
Mushroom. Brian, there's mushrooms down here.
Oh, that's nothing.
Oh, look at the plates. Congealed remains of some unsavoury repast.
No, I am really pleased with it. I think we've got a bargain here. Yeah, Sonia's going to like it.
Have you felt the mattresses? They're soaking.
Oh, there's bound to be a bit of condensation.
Yeah, it was very fluid for condensation.
Oh, look on the bright side, Steve.
Oh, I would if I could see out the windows.
Hey, come and have a look at the engine.
No, thanks.
Hey, I'm going to start it up.
You think that's safe? Right!
That sounds healthy enough. Should get us to London, all right.
Brian, the fumes and the vibrations. The old boat was wobbly. It was like Weight Watchers night in the massage parlour.
Well, it's nothing, really. Just tighten up the engine mounting.
I said I wasn't going to have one, but I am.
Hey, it's got a galley and everything. We'll do it up lovely. Just a matter of work.
Matter of 5 years' work.
No, strip the walls, get a bit of tongue and groove up, wood-burning stove. Might even get some solar panels.
For solar panels to function, the primary requirement is a certain degree of sunlight.
What's the matter with you, Steve?
Oh, I wish I'd never come down here. I wish I'd never listened to you. Should never have come down here at all. Should have got myself into a flat where a couple of nurses.
Look, there's more to life than nurses. When are you going to realise
I
that?
should have gone to France for the grape picking. We've been done.
We haven't been done.
Pitchforked in the bank balance by some slap-happy yokel.
Look, we haven't been done. This is a good boat.
How do you know? You don't know any more about boats than me.
Well, I knew what to look for. I've read books on boats.
You read a lot of car manuals and look what we end up with. That's your trouble, Brian. You read a book and you think you're an expert.
Oh, yes, and what are you? You just criticise people for failing at what you're afraid to have a go at yourself.
It's all my money gone.
I'm sorry, Steve. Taken all your money and I've wasted it, haven't I? No, I'll pay you back and sell the boat.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. It's just that... Well, I know you don't think I want to better myself, but I do. I've got ambitions. I'm getting into a flat with a couple of nurses. I'd like to step forward, you know.
I know it looks disappointing, but I mean, as I said, structurally, it's very sound. Apart from the odd bit here and there. Oh, look, Steve, we'll do the engine up, we'll sleep on the boat, we'll leave the car down here and we'll go up the canal. I mean, we'll be in London in a couple of days.
Well, seeing as we're down here, we'll go and sample the scrumpy, I suppose, eh?
Yeah. First 5 pints on me.
Yeah, we'll show 'em some class drinking, eh?
Won't even tickle the sides.
You detect a note of hostility in the air.
Don't let it bother you. Just keep smiling. Show your teeth.
Yeah, well, don't smile too much. I think we're queer.
Drink pints and swagger.
Drink gallons and spit nails at the dartboard.
Evening.
It takes years of intensive interbreeding to produce a vacant expression like that.
Not so loud.
You can marry your dad down here, you know.
Yeah, it's quiet, isn't it? Don't say very much.
Oh, they converse in orders. I think Looking Daft's a performing art down here, you know. They probably get money from the Arts Council.
Oh, evening, landlord. We'd like 2 pints of draft cider, if you have it.
Yeah, 2 pints of rough, please, Squire.
Right.
Evening.
Right.
Good evening.
Don't think I'm prying like, but you're them 2 lads, aren't you, down from London? That there Brian and Steve and that dodgy old car there. What's bought that there narrow boat under the steam crane, isn't it?
Someone blabbed.
Well, pardon me for asking, but what are you gonna do with it?
Well, we're going to take it to London and use it commercially.
And how are you getting it up there?
Well, up the canal, of course.
Well, you'll have to carry it then. The canal stops a couple of mile up. It's been closed for years.
Brian.
Well, we'll take it down the Avon, turn right at the Severn, and into the canal that way, then.
You go down the Avon in that boat, you'll be going down there sideways. Tidal river, see?
Brian.
Unless you've got a tug. I've got a tug. And I'll tow you up there. 200 quid.
200 quid?
The only other way you do it, boys, is lift her out the water, dump her on a trailer, and whisk her up the motorway, and that'll cost you a fortune.
Brian.
My tug's the best bet. Help you about if you decide. Of course, if you ain't got the money, you stuck here, me lovers. You stuck here.
We'm stuck here, Brian. We'm stuck here. Oh, that was horrible. 2 more, please, Squire.
We're stuck. Steve, why didn't you remind me? What about Sonia?
She's one of the best.
Steve, we were supposed to pick her up 3 hours ago. Steve, you go to the boat. I'm going to drive to the station.
It's a bit dark for train spotting, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. Where's my keys?
You're too swift, Brian. You can't drive in your condition.
No, you're right. What'll we do?
I'll drive.
Oh, don't be stupid. Give him here. I'll get a taxi. You take your sleeping bag.
Brian, it's really nice to see you.
I'm so sorry.
Hello, Sonia.
Shut up, Steve. We've come to the station, but...
I can smell the reason on your breath.
No, we only went for the 1 drink.
But he would insist on having another.
Well, would you like to see the boat? Have you been waiting long?
Yes, I have actually, Brian. I spent 2 hours sore-thumbing it outside the station like the disappointed half of a brief encounter. And I've had an hour of fear wandering round these docks, leaping from one pool of light to the other.
Well, at least you managed to find the car. I'm sorry, Sonia, but we had a bit of bad news. Come on the boat and I'll tell you about it.
Oi! Where are you going? What's over there?
For crying out loud, Steve, don't you ever stop prattling about. Come on.
didn't have to look funny, Brian. Spectacular it was.
He might have drowned.
I'm freezing. It's all up my sinus and everything.
Yeah. Large white handkerchief for your big red nose.
Oh, taste that water.
Probably the rats. Probably been peeing in it.
That's an intelligent thing to say, Steve. That's really clever, you know. I'm sure Brian will feel a lot better now.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? He's been whining all day, and all I have to do is plummet into the docks, and suddenly everything's all right.
Want some more, Brian?
No, thank you, love.
You know, Brian, if you could dive like that in the Olympics, there'd been so many medals on you, you'd need braces to keep your trunks up.
You're never happy till I've injured myself.
Well, I don't know how you two feel, but I'm sort of really tired, you know. Perhaps we can have an in-depth discussion of the situation in the morning.
Yeah, probably for the best, eh?
Right, Joe.
Good night then, Sonia. Haven't you got something else to do?
Told me not to do it while Sonia was here.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Brian.
Fancy us having a boat, eh? Hey, Bri. Hey, Sonia.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really nice.
Never had her own place before. Be great, wouldn't it, Bri? Come and go as we please.
Yeah.
Get a few women round.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just go to sleep, Steve, will you?
Doesn't have to be nurses. Air hostesses will do.
Steve! Look, Sonia's trying... We're all trying to get some sleep.
Sorry. Be great, though, wouldn't it, eh? Come and go as we please. Make as much noise as we like. Hey, Sonia.
Yes, Steve.
Hey, Bri.
Yes.
Yeah. Should we make some noise, then? Shall we, eh? There's nothing so nice to row the boat and tow the boat.
Brian, I'm
again
going if this
and
carries on.
Yeah, hang on, Sonia. Steve! Look, we've got enough trouble without you going on. We're stuck down here, we can't get the boat back to London, we've got hardly any money, and I've had a soaking in the docks.
We got another problem.
What?
What is it, Steve?
What is it, Steve?
I'll tell you what it is.
Well, what?
We're sinking! We're sinking!